Michigan, Indiana switching roles here in 2024. We got Steve Merrill on the line from Wager Talk to help us break it down. Of course, the defending national champion, three-time defending Big Ten champions, just a 5-4 football team traveling to Indiana, where the Hoosiers are suddenly a juggernaut at 9-0. Steve, your take on this one with the Hoosiers, a 14.5-point favorite at home against Michigan.
Yeah, I mean, we all kind of thought Michigan would be a little weaker this year. They lost, 13 picks to the NFL, new head coach. They lost Harbaugh. And the Big Ten is loaded. I mean, not necessarily thought Indiana would be the powerhouse team, but we got Oregon coming in, Washington, some big boys coming in as well. Saw a stat this week, though, Mark, from another Mark Lawrence from Playbook, who's been doing this for about 50 years. And I believe it's 44 times since 1968 that they've met. They've been a favorite in every one of those games, Michigan has. And I think they're 42-2 straight up. I believe it's 44. I know they've only lost twice straight up since 1968, and Michigan's been a point spread favorite every single time for half a century. So that's pretty remarkable. And then to consider they're now an underdog for the first time in over 50-some years, and it's 2 touchdowns. And in fact, right before we did this on Thursday afternoon, it went from 14 to 14.5. So pretty crazy stuff here. We also, of course, did the analysis of the Florida State Notre Dame game. Check that out on the team channels as well. It's like sometimes teams can get really bad really fast. But the thing is, Michigan's not really bad. They just can't move the ball offensively. Well, look at my simulation, though. Indiana by 20.5. So while this line might seem crazy and it's won from 14 to 14.5, I agree with that move because I favor them by 20.5.
There's some criticism there that Indiana has yet to play anyone, but man, they have been consistent each and every week. They've always played a complete game. They have no letdowns. They just blasted Michigan State by 37 last week, and that's been their typical ammo from week to week. Incredible stuff out of them. We'll see if they can continue with this week at home against Michigan. Catch Steve's complete work. That's the NFL. That's the NBA included, in addition to the college football, at wagertalk.com, everyone. And then, of course, the exclusive Under the Radar selection for us here at the Voice of College Football. Stay tuned for more. College football is even more exciting with some action on the line. And the games are even better when you're cashing in. And the Voice of College Football is the place to be to get the greatest value. Let's start with my picks. 75% against the money line, 58% against the spread. I've got a 40-year track record. In fact, in 2023, at $100 played per game, you would have netted over $9,300. And guess what? I'm just the warm-up act. Steve Merrill, our ace in the hole, show stopper from Wager Talk. 6 years with the Voice of College Football, over 30 years in the industry. Steve gives us analysis on all the big games, but you can't miss Steve's weekly Under the Radar pick, which went 21-5 against the spread the last 2 seasons. I repeat, 21-5 against the spread. You also get picks from some of our top analysts here at the Voice of College Football, including Steve Dace and Matt Zemek. Become a YouTube channel member or Patreon member for just $99 per month. Go to the main channel on YouTube, click join, and select the betting tier. Do the same thing on Patreon. Make 2024 a winner now.